is. You're live. I don't even know if anybody's going to join me. You all may have forgotten about me. It's been a couple of months. The reason is not because I gave up on carnivore and went into hiding or anything like that. It's that it turned out it was high season for my, let me look directly at the camera. I crochet for a side gig. And I do markets and I sell online and all of that. And I make things for people that I love. And I just about never put down my crochet hook for all of November and December. In fact, I still have some pre-orders that I've got to work on to submit. So I didn't have time to make any carnivore related videos and all that. It was just nuts. So anyway, here we are. Some of you may tune in and rewind and watch the beginning of this. And if so, hello again. Okay, so what did I do over the holidays? I did not really stay carnivore. I used carnivore as like my baseline, but I did have carbs. I mean, there was a lot of stress in my life, lots of stress, and I do know, I know I could have stayed really strict, but I just chose not to. I thought, now I didn't go off the rails. I didn't binge or anything like that. And I don't think I gained any weight over the holidays because all my clothes are still fitting the same. I didn't weigh myself, but all my clothes are still fitting the same. And I don't really hate it when I look in the mirror. So, in any case, I am curious what you all did. Did you decide to relax? Did you relax because you caved? Did you stay strong? I'm curious what you all did over the holidays and how you feel now. I did have actual sugar. I definitely had actual sugar. And what is interesting is that I felt pretty much the same over the course of the holiday weeks. I felt pretty much the same as I had been feeling. Then two stages of things started to happen. I did start feeling some inflammation in my joints. I did have some things with wheat and some things with sugar and stuff like that. I've got like a little bubble on my forefinger here that's right at the joint. That's inflammatory. So that's interesting that popped up. And then now when my boys were little and I was getting no sleep and I was more stressed even than I am now, I would have this late afternoon brain crash. A little bit of that came back and I had not felt that in a long time, and I was like, ooh, this feels like 2005 all over again. So I'm thankful that it didn't get really bad, and so I'm getting back to it. Today has been an all carnivore day, except for I did have avocado oil mayo. I had some canned salmon and I used avocado oil mayo with otherwise very clean ingredients. I will make the bacon mayo, but I had a lot of the avocado oil mayo because my son uses it, so I just used that because it was easy and not too bad. And other than that, let's see, I have had dairy. I'm gonna wean myself off of dairy. I'm not doing beef, butter, bacon, and eggs right now. I might ease into it. So if any of you are doing carnivore quests, beef, butter, bacon, and eggs 60-day challenge, let me know that. If you're doing Dr. Berry's challenge, let me know that. If you're doing any personal challenges, I'd like to hear what you guys are up to. Anyway, right now I'm just cleaning things up and relearning saying no and those kinds of things. So I'm also going to go visit a farm. There's a regenerative ranch in my area, probably about an hour away from me. And during market season, when I had my crochet booth, they had a stand and I would get meat and eggs from them every week. I cannot afford for them to be my sole source of meat. I do have to buy on sale, that kind of thing. But I tried to have at least something from them, from their regenerative ranch every single week. So usually what I would do is each Saturday at the market, get the Sunday meat from there. And then my father-in-law comes over on Sundays and my young sons, early 20s, are both here usually. So usually the family Sunday meal would be the meat from the regenerative ranch. And I think that's the way to go. We really have to start supporting them. They are called Stout Creek Farm, Stout Creek, Stout Creek Farm, and they are on Instagram. And if you live in Texas, it'd be good for you to connect with them. mentioned to many times about going out there, so I'm going to try to go out to Stout Creek Farm here in North Texas, get some video, interview them about their practices. They're a sweet husband and wife. They're about my age, maybe mid-50s, maybe a little older. I don't know. I hate to guess people's ages in case I'm wrong in the wrong direction. In any case, wonderful, wonderful people. And I want to put as much of my meat budget into practices like that as possible. Their eggs are divine. You can just tell the difference. And so I try to mix with the grocery store and the regenerative farms. I wonder if any of you took advantage of all of the rib roast sales right before Christmas. I did, and I found the Kroger. For me, it was Kroger. Some of you guys, it was Publix or Fred Meyer. But I did find a Kroger. You know, they had a limit of one, and I found one where they were selling the huge uncut, like, you know, a foot and a half or 2 foot long rib roast, and you could buy the whole thing, and it counted as your one. So I bought one that was normally $260 and paid $111 for it. And my oldest son is real good at cutting into the meat. He's 23. So I had him come over with his nice knife set that I got him last year for Christmas, and he cut them all into steaks. And then Amazon grocery delivery had also had a huge sale on rib roasts, and they had a bigger limit. So I bought a bunch. So my freezer is stocked. I believe the next time for all of our planning purposes to plan for a big rib roast sale will probably be before Easter, because they did that this past April, right before Easter. This year, Easter is March 31st. So I'm going to keep an eye. I believe honestly, I really was smart. I got to give myself a thumbs up for how much I stocked up on the rib roast, and then of course I've got other cuts of meat in there. So I think we're actually good on meat in my freezer until the next round of sales start coming up. You know, and I'll buffer that with some ground beef and stuff like that. So I think we're good. I'm happy about that. It is, you know, once you start to get to know the sale calendars and the sale habits of the local grocery stores, it becomes easier to eat better cuts of meat and stay within your budget. And anyway, so and I've mentioned this before, if you have that Amazon app and you have Amazon Fresh grocery delivery in your area, a few times a week, open up your Amazon app and click on groceries and click on Amazon Fresh and check for the meat sales. I really was able to get, like one time they put tenderloin roast on sale for 67% off. It was unbelievable, and that's what I made for the New Year's meal. Was a prime a tenderloin roast, and it was amazing. And I had gotten it for 67% off. I got scallops, I think frozen scallops for 67% off. I got a couple of bags of those. Got those in the freezer. So I'll probably make some like seafood Alfredo or something, and I'll use the Egg Life egg wraps and cut those up into the noodles for the fettuccine, the fake fettuccine for the Alfredo. Anyway, I'm comfortable with how I was able to stay within my budget for those. So I would check, because I don't buy something just 10% off or whatever, but when we're looking at 20, 25, up to sometimes those 67% off things, I really try to save part of my budget each week to take advantage of sales, and then you can really get your freezer stocked up. Times are tough, budgets are super tight. It's disheartening, but if you have freezer room and have wiggle room in your budget from week to week to stock up when you can, then it takes the pressure off in the subsequent week. So I really recommend doing that. Let's see what else. I've got to clean out my fridge, clean out some of the holiday stuff. So anyway, welcome to those of you who have tuned in. I'm just recapping from the holidays. I did eat some sugar, I did eat some wheat, I did eat some carbs. I decided to relax a little bit. I did not binge. I did not overeat. I don't think I've gained weight because my clothes are still fitting, but I am getting the symptoms of somebody that eats a regular diet, which is that my joints started to swell up a little bit, and I did start to get a little bit of brain fog. So I do know it's time. And so we stayed in holiday mode all the way through Epiphany, which was this past Saturday. We like to do it. We're not the people that take down the tree the next day. We like to wait until Epiphany to take down the tree. take down the Christmas decorations. We like to stay in holiday mode. We made the conscious decision to do that. My husband is also going to go back on carnivore. And if you didn't see, we've never had time to do a recap video together, but I think maybe we'll try to in the coming weeks. He's my yoga teacher husband. He doesn't have a weight problem. He's super fit, but he does snore. And he also struggles with, I think, inflammation-based reduction in his sense of smell. And he's noticed that his sense of smell has reduced a lot since he started, letting himself relax in terms of his diet. So he is looking forward to a return to carnivore as well. In fact, he had a little treat. I think he got some dark chocolate yesterday, but other than that, he just ate the steaks that I cooked up yesterday. So he's out of the house all day today. I don't know what he's doing for his meal. We'll see, but he's going to start back. I'm tired of his snoring having returned. He's tired of that he can't smell that well, so we'll see. So that's that. And then I'm going to go out to Stout Creek Farm. I was also thinking about asking my doctor to come on, but I don't know. I'm still thinking through it. I don't know that she's really into keto, and I don't know that she's really into carnivore, but I do know she is not really into vegetarianism. The last time I saw her, she did tell me that vegetarians do not get the nutrition that they need, and she was adamant about that. I didn't tell her I was carnivore, but I told her I was focusing on animal protein as my primary nutritional source. That's how I sneak it into a doctor's appointment. But she's really good at, she really respects her patients and her patients' wishes, and she really tries to educate her patients, but also understand that often they come in, they're their own best advocate. And just thinking about how I think our relationship with our doctors changed a lot over the past 3 years, a lot of doctors, my doctor was forthcoming in her emails that she sent out about the whole universe of uncertainty that doctors had been thrown into suddenly, and that she had been used to relying on certain sources of information for data so that she could make informed recommendations to her patients, and that she could no longer rely on those sources of data. Either they were refusing to collect data doctors were needed for their recommendations, or that the data that was collected was leaving out key chunks of information, or how it was gathered was not something that was trustworthy. And I know that she had to completely reevaluate where she got her information in order to make recommendations to her patients. And I don't know, I might reach out to her. Again, I don't know how she feels about carnivore or even keto. I'd have to ask her about that. And I don't want to have an adversarial conversation with her on YouTube. She has been a guest on other people's YouTube channels. She is a woman's doctor. She is not an obstetrician. She is a gynecologist, and she does focus on helping women through hormonal changes, menopause, that kind of a thing. So I thought it might be really nice to hear from her about the changing landscape of the patient-doctor relationship over the last 3 years, and what that can mean to especially women facing hormonal changes, and how they can be their own best advocate when they go in to see their doctor, what might be the circumstances under which they might fire their doctor, that kind of thing, how they can best work with their doctor. I'm still thinking through that. If you guys have any ideas, or if you're a woman and you would like to see me have her on my YouTube channel, and you would like to ask her some questions, let me know in comments or chat what that might be, and I'll put that into my thinking cap a little bit and see how that goes. Let's see what else. So Easter is early this year. It's March 31st. So I'm really thinking about this chunk of my life from now to March 31st. In terms of what I eat and what my goals are. I am going to pick back up on the dog walking. That went by the wayside during high season for my crochet business. And so I need to pick that back up, get my lungs working a little bit more. And my dogs certainly need it also. What else? I'm having some dairy. I'm going to cut back on the dairy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to completely eliminate it, to be honest. So through the end of January, the diet's going to be the Do My Best carnivore, but it's definitely no more sugar, that's gone, no more wheat, that's gone, no more grains, none of that. It will be all carnivore. Again, unless I use the avocado mayo, but I'm going to make up some of that bacon or butter mayo soon. So let's see, that's really it. Do you guys have anything you want to chat to me? I don't know. Has everybody caught up with Sean, the intentional carnivore? He just posted a live stream the other night. Pardon my cough. I do cough as a reaction to colder air this time of year. Have you caught up on Carnivore Quest? Dr. Barry, I need to catch up with Sean's live stream, The Intentional Carnivore, and then I need to catch up on Semi-Retired Bob. I need to catch up on Dave at No Carb Life. I'm behind on him. I'm one video behind with Kip, so I need to catch up on him. I'm just naming some of my favorites. Need to catch up with Dr. Barry on the challenges that they're doing. So I'm curious who all you all follow. Carnivore Doctor just posted something. I need to take a look at that. So I just want to get caught back up, get completely back in the carnivore mindset. I think I might wrap up this live stream because I also have all kinds of other stuff to do around here. I need to do some meal prep and that kind of thing, some other things to get my year going. Let me know what you think if you watched this video about if I go out to that ranch. Are there questions you want me to ask, things you want me to show? They're very friendly. They are down for video. They want to promote this regenerative ranching lifestyle. I think it's necessary, and I think it's a good answer to vegans and vegetarians. I was able to talk to somebody who, she's not all the way vegetarian, but she leans vegetarian out of her concern for the environment. And I was able to talk to her about, first of all, I affirmed her concern about the environment. And I said that, yes, in fact, these practices that abuse the animals, the CAFOs, confined animal feeding operations, not good for the animals, not good for the land. None of that's good. And I assured her that I was on team land stewardship along with her, but that the answer was not fields of quinoa. The answer is regenerative homesteading, regenerative ranching, regenerative raising of ruminant animals that restores the land. And I was able to talk to her about it, and she was so receptive, really into it. And I think I really made a difference in that lovely conversation. And I think if you're going to talk to people, I know we like to make jokes about vegans and vegetarians, and sometimes when they're so dogmatic about it, you know, well, yeah, it calls for a little bit of humor as an approach to that. But sometimes we can find what the real concerns are that they have and affirm those, and not act like I don't care about the earth, or you're stupid, or you're misinformed. I think we can start from a place of, you know, yeah, I do care about the treatment of animals. I do care about the treatment of the land. I do care that the land is cared for. But when you are raising a ruminant animal, they interact with the land. Their manure feeds the land, and the land feeds them, and it's a beautiful cycle. And if you're raising them to feed us, we're in beautiful harmony that way. And then our lives are nourished. We can think more clearly. We can be better people. We can treat the earth better. It's a win-win situation. And not to mention, you know, you kill one cow, I can live off of that cow for a long, long time. But if I'm living off of quinoa and carrots and spinach and kale and that kind of thing, many, many animals die in the harvesting of those crops. And that's all intentional, and those animals' lives don't go to any good, don't go to anything. That is truly a waste. So the better care for the animals is to live off of them carefully and treat them well and put them on land that they can live in a cycle with. And I find that a lot of people are more receptive when we talk that way and when we affirm their concerns, because they are real concerns, even if responses to those concerns might be annoying. So that's that. I have my device in landscape mode, and so that's why I'm so low and you see so much of my ceiling. The YouTube live stream won't let me live stream this way. I'm in portrait mode, not landscape mode, so in any case. All right, so I think that might be about it. We can all wrap up and go along. This is really the first, for my family, the first real work week of the year. So we're starting back our regular schedules today. So, oh, hello! Enjoying a rare cold snap in the Arizona desert. Oh, 32 degrees. We're getting very cold next week because we're in like the low 60s, mid 50s much of the week, and then we're going to get very cold. We're going to get very cold next week. I'm ready for it. My husband's getting some firewood. We've got a nice little fireplace, and we're kind of excited for the very cold weather. Since it's Texas, we don't get very much of that. So that's that. Great to hear from you, RV there yet. All right, so I think I'll wrap it up. Otherwise, I'm just yammering on and on. I appreciate you guys. Happy New Year. Please let me know in the comments how your holidays were, what you did to cope. Yes, coming our way. Yeah, I think yours is coming this way. So thank you. We're ready to snuggle up. I've got the flannel ready. We've got the firewood. We've got the 2 dogs ready to snuggle up in front of the fireplace. They love it when we build a fire. So that's that. We're ready for it. Also, that's, it is harder for me to go hardcore with beef, butter, bacon, eggs, or lion diet, that kind of thing, when we're still facing colder temperatures. I don't know why that is. Why is that? I'll examine that. So I'll still have some dairy, and a little bit, that kind of a thing. But I didn't gain any weight for the holidays, so I'm happy about that. How did you cope with the holidays? What are your, let's see, it's fun for a minute. I'll have to watch the replay. Yes, watch the replay. Hi, Samantha. Thanks for putting your name in because I forgot your first name. Thanks. Yeah, watch the replay. So just let me know, and let me know what you guys are aiming for January. Are you easing back into it? Are you going hardcore lion, hardcore beef, butter, bacon, eggs? Are you approaching it with some shame and regret from the holidays, or did you enjoy your holidays to some degree or other, and you're just, it is what it is? I'd like to know everybody's frame of mind and how you're approaching at least the month of January, or perhaps the first quarter of this year. I love you guys. I'll be uploading more frequently now that my crochet season is on. Let's see, it's not done, but it's lightening up a little bit. So if you guys like crochet stuff, I have a YouTube channel, Fig Basket Crochet. I'm uploading tutorials for a couple of new things. I have a cowl that I designed myself called a hedgerow cowl. I'll be uploading that and a couple of other tutorials. But then if you just like to buy crochet items because you like them, my website is figbasketcrochet.com, and you can check that out. I do have some things still in stock, all up and down the price spectrum, that kind of a thing. So check that out. All right, I love you guys. Stay strong, and we'll be in touch. Bye.